All right, welcome back. Whitlock and Wiley.
Miami.
Joined now by Fox NFL analyst TJ Houshmandzadeh and longtime NFL quarterback Steve Beuerlein. It's time for that dude's news.
Yes.
Marcellus, what you got?
2 tons of fun. Big dogs up here in the trenches. About to bring the pain. You know what this is, that dude's dudes. Let's start from number 3. Dennis Kelly. Namaste. Number 71, Dennis Kelly. Blocks for a beat. Did it all. Causes an earthquake. Heaviest player to ever catch a postseason touchdown, 321 pounds. How did it happen? A little peek and leak here. Frank Clark and Damian Wilson, linebacker, have their eyes on the mesh point, not looking at their responsibilities. Plenty of room for my man to go out there and catch a touchdown. Namaste. Kelly used his whole body to catch it and actually showed some good halasana. And you know what? Respect to the Vinyasa flow. Dennis Kelly,
Athlete. He's an athlete.
Nick Bosa, he an athlete too. Netflix and chill. Nick Bosa gets bottled up initially, but holds the edge and corrals Aaron Rodgers for a sack. He doesn't know what to do right here. Look at this, hands off. Going against David Bakhtiari. Ooh, good first move, but as you know, offensive linemen can replace. You see that? That's called hand replacement. So he's like, man, I'm gonna stay out here and just Netflix and chill, dog. I ain't gonna do too much in this moment. Oh, you gonna come to me, Aaron Rodgers? So many sacks are made if you're just disciplined in the moment. And he's like, so what happened, dog? All right, I tried to do this, but man, he blocked that. So then I said, all right, I'm just gonna stay out here. Look at Aaron, he gonna come over here. He said, oh, that worked? Nah, not really, but I still got the sack. You like it? All right, that's good. This is my dog, still getting paid. Nick Bosa, number 2, that dude of the week. Let's go with number 1. Woo, this boy worth the money. Frank Clark in the playoffs especially. Tornado warning. First you don't succeed, dust yourself off and spin again. That's what he did right here.
You know
it's
who
that
that
Ryan
was.
Tannehill. Oh, I knew that. That's Conor McGregor with that walk right here.
Oh, that's Hakeem Olajuwon.
Look at this. Oh, my God. Yeah,
Dream
fake
shake.
spin on Shaq early years. Look at that, creating a little tornado. Oh, Tannehill, what happened to you, big dog? I'm falling, I can't get up. Man, the wind got you, brother. And I don't know what's going on. Spend some of that money, Frank Clark. You are number 1, that dude of the week.
Dream shake on a football field. All right, thank you, Marcellus. That was awesome. Time now for a big story. Let's move to Dallas. After a season's worth of drama over Dak Prescott's contract, Stephen Jones says the quarterback's new deal is the team's top priority this offseason, saying it's been urgent for them to get it done. But ESPN's Ed Werder thinks Dak is actually at an advantage now, tweeting, quote, Dak Prescott has tremendous leverage in contract negotiations with the Cowboys. The coaching change to Mike McCarthy makes his involvement leading the offseason program and mastering whatever changes there are in the offensive system all the more critical. He can't participate without a contract. Y'all buying Ed's logic here? Does Mike McCarthy give Dak Prescott more contract leverage?
Absolutely. Something we've been talking about. I've been beating this drum, talking about the report date in April. You talk about franchise tag day in March. That's leverage for Dak because in times of change and turnover, you got to highlight the constant. And what's the constant? At your most important position, you have a guy in Dak Prescott who had a career year. So now Dak is sitting there certainly benefiting from the changes on the sidelines and the fact that you need him as a field general to be that constant. So, yeah, more leverage to Dak Prescott.
I'm going to say no for the simple fact that if he does, to have leverage, you got to be willing to use it. I don't believe Dak Prescott on a franchise tag will say, I'm not showing up. He will show, and if I'm the Cowboys, I non-exclusive franchise tag him like, let's see what you can get on the open market. And if we don't want to match this offer, we'll take the 2 first-round picks, try to move up and draft one of these rookie quarterbacks. I don't believe Dak Prescott on the franchise tag will say, okay, I'm not going to show up. He just doesn't come off as that guy. And if I'm the Cowboys, I also want to see how he performs in this system before I sign him to a 4 or 5 year deal anyway.
I agree with that. And I think that when you look at the situation, I think Dak and his people, his advisors are going to sit there and say, wait a minute now. We got a pretty good situation now with McCarthy here. We got a good team around you. Where else can you go where you're going to walk in and have this kind of an environment already built and ready to go? And you know McCarthy's track record as a head coach with quarterbacks is very, very solid. I agree with TJ that he's not going to the kind of rock the boat kind of guy where he's going to not honor that franchise tag. I think the Cowboys are going to extend it to him, and they'll tell him in good faith that we're going to try and negotiate, try and get this contract up to where it makes sense to both sides. Either way, I think he's going to be there through the offseason. I don't think he's going to exercise any kind of pressure by holding out or threatening to hold out.
I'm not sure what Dak's going to do because I think that his agent, Todd France, a hell of an agent, but may have Dak out over his skis. And so I'm not sure what they're willing to do. They may not show up, but I don't think Dak's leverage is enhanced because, one, they've already announced Kellen Moore is coming back as the offensive coordinator. They're going to basically run the same offense. And so I don't think Dallas has some great fear of, oh, my God, Dak won't be here for the offseason. He'll be playing catch-up with the offense. I don't think that's their fear. I think the Cowboys and Jerry Jones probably have rightfully figured out a long time ago what I've been saying. Who else would pay Dak $35, $34, $33 million? I don't think anybody would. And they may have to call this dude's bluff to get him to accept a contract that they think is reasonable.
It's time somebody up here put some respect on Dak's name and his level of gangster, and I'm going to be the one who does it. He had a $33 million deal sitting there on the table. You know what he did? I don't want that. That's gangster. You talking about he's not going to show and prove or he's not going to test them when they try to franchise him? Oh, yes, he is. The same guy who has that kind of mojo mindset that I'm looking at $33 million when I'm an average quarterback at the time, not even on a career year, and I just dismiss it. Oh, he's ready. And they're ready to give him what he wants because Kellen Moore is in place. Why is he in place? Give Dak what he needs. Give Dak what he wants. Keep that constant. I don't look at it like you look at it. I look at it like, Kellen Moore, you were saved because of the greatness or the belief in Dak Prescott. So if you're going to give him what he wants in terms of coordinator, you're not going to give him what he wants in terms of contract and try to call his bluff, bad move.
This is the same. This is like Kirk Cousins all over again, I think. You ask a quarterback on a good team who puts up good numbers. Has he won a playoff game? No, he hasn't won a playoff game.
He did one. Don't do that.
He won, okay, a couple years ago. I can't even remember when that was. But the bottom line is, did he win the big games? The last 2 years, 0 playoff games. All right, so he doesn't have that leverage working for him. He didn't win any of the big games this year down the stretch. I think that works against him. Now, he's going to get the money at some point. It's not going to be anything more than I think that $33 million that the franchise tag is going to be.
Way more than that.
Franchise tag is going to be $33.5 million.
Yeah.
And you bet on yourself. And that's obviously what he's doing. And if I'm the Cowboys, I'm not going with the non-exclusive franchise tag. You have to you have to give him the non-exclusive. I'm not going with it's $25 million. I think Dak Prescott should get paid, but I'm with Jason on this one. Let's see what you can get out there. And
that's how you treat your franchise quarterback. You keep the coordinator for him and say,
hey,
go see what you can get.
Hey,
oh, come back, we love you.
It's never personal.
Oh,
it's just business.
And that's bad business. You're right. It's business, but then I'm
it's
bring
also
you back in here.
it's also bad business. Lock him in on a deal, a 5-year deal that he wants, and he doesn't come through on that. You've now committed all that money to him.
He's top 5 in passing rating
numbers.
all time.
In numbers.
Okay, and guess what? They're going to have the defense didn't live up to expectations this year. Ezekiel took
all these
one
excuses.
baby step backwards. They supposedly didn't have
None of those
the
guys
coach.
on the defense or at the running back position are asking for $35, $36 million.
That's the position. That's what
No,
the
I
market
get the
dictates.
position, and that's why they're looking at him differently. You have to produce at a massive level for people to feel good about paying you that kind of money. Trust me, the LA Rams do not feel good about Jared Goff and what they're paying.
Do the Eagles feel good?
Yeah, I
Why? He's never won a January game.
Again, you asking whether the Eagles feel good.
If I'm the Eagles, I don't feel good.
I'm still scratching their head. They're still wondering.
I mean, the dude hadn't played but 1 quarter in January.
Right, I
He
agree.
got hurt, but I think they feel a lot better.
Always.
They feel like he can do it. The Rams got major questions about Jared Goff, and I think Jerry and them are protecting Dak from himself. Man, you come in there making $35 million a year, you got to be better than what he's shown to survive that locker room at that pay.
I think Mike McCarthy wants him under the exclusive franchise tag. Behind closed doors, I think he wants him under the exclusive franchise tag so he can look at him for a year and say, is this the guy I want to build everything around moving forward?
Yeah, that will
that's
give
what I
him
think.
all the leverage in the world, right? That gives him all the leverage then.
Having the number 1 offense didn't give him all the leverage. Having the second most wins since he been a quarterback
8
in the
and 8
NFL.
last year.
Huh?
8 and 8 last year.
That's what's even more mind-blowing. He has the second most wins, and he threw an
He
8-8
does,
in
right.
there. He's like,
But that's 'cause he's been
you got
healthy.
8-8, and I'm
What
still
have
the
you done
second
for
most.
me lately?
He hasn't won one
Coming
yet.
up.
That's it. That's it.
The Chiefs have an explosive offense.
He hadn't won one either.
The 49ers have a dominant defense.
Oh, baby.
We'll tell you who has the edge in the Super Bowl. Next!
Mahomes ain't won one.